Alhamdulillah, nahmaduhu wa nasta'inuhu wa nastaghfiruhu wa nu'minu bihi wa natawakkalu alayhi wa na'udzu billahi min shururi anfusina wa min sayyiati a'malina. May yahdihillahu fala mudilla lahu wa may yudlilhu fala hadiya lahu. Wa nashhadu an la ilaha illallah wahdahu la sharika lahu. Wa nashhadu anna sayyidana maulana Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluhu. Amma ba'd. A'udzu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Rabbi yassir wa la tu'assir wa tammim bil khair. Subhanaka la ilma lana illa ma 'allamtana innaka antal alimul hakim. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. I'd like to welcome all of you with Islamic greeting. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May the peace and blessing of Allah be on all of you. Respected Chairman, Principal of AQI, Dr. Mahmood, respected brothers, sisters, AQI admin team, AQI Ustad and Ustada, and finally all our new batch of students. We are doing our best to give you, pass on the knowledge that we have. If you want to acquire that, then you have to also commit to yourself to attend the class. And whilst you are in the class, you will be expected to keep mute and listen to the class teacher, unless you are asked to unmute and answer any questions. You will not be able to share your videos or anything. So we already mute that. And also a silent in the class, please. And I would like to say that every week you do your revisions after the class. And if you have any questions, you can always ask us. With this note, I like to, because we've got very short time to do the two lessons. So with this note, I like to say that our Ustada will start a new class now, Ustada Nilufa. And hopefully, under the class, if we have time, we will conclude the class. If you have any questions, please leave it for after the class. Ustada Nilufa?
Yes, Ustad, I'm here. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي ربي زدني علما ربي يسر ولا تعسر وتمم بالخير. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I welcome you all to Al-Qur'an Institute London, and today we will be going into the module 1 and we'll be learning lesson 1 and 2. Basically today, lesson 1 and 2 will be learning about the basic Arabic terminologies. Now these terminologies are very important because throughout the module, we'll be repeating these terminologies, and so I request you all to memorize these basic terms as much as possible. Okay, now let's move on to the lesson. Now, as we all know, as English students, we all know that we need words in order to form sentences, right? Now, similarly, even in Arabic, we need words in order to form sentences. Now, these words are called as kalimatun in Arabic, and they are called as jumlatun. The sentences are called as jumlatun in Arabic. And as we need words, as I told you, in order to form sentences in Arabic, we need 3 words in order to form sentences, just 3 words. Now, these 3 words are ismun, fi'lun, and harfun. Ismun can simply be translated as noun in English, fi'lun can be translated as verb in English, and harfun can be translated as particle. Now, even though they are simply translated as noun, verb, and particle, they have a more deeper meaning in Arabic, and we'll be learning this, inshallah, in future. Now, to start with, what is ism? Ism is nothing but, in order to understand these words in deep, we should also know the differences between these 3 words. Now, to understand these 3 words, we'll understand these 3 words now. First is the ism. ism, even though it's translated as noun, it can be said it is a word which has a meaning, but it has no tense attached to it. That is, there is no time period attached to it. And on the other hand, unlike noun, the fi'lun, which is a verb, is also a word which has a meaning. But unlike noun, it has a tense or a time period attached to it. Like it will, by looking at the fi'l, that is a verb, you can say whether the word is a past tense or a present tense or a future tense. But noun will not have no indication of tense, past tense or present tense or future tense. And unlike these two, this particle, when it is used alone, this is a word, when it is used alone, it will have no meaning at all, unless and until it is used in a sentence. That is, it adds meaning to a sentence when it is used along with fi'l and ism. So on the whole, a sentence is something, it's a combination of these three kalimatun. So all of them or some of them can be used in order to form sentences. Now let's see all these three kalimatun, that is the words, one by one. So noun can be defined as a name of an object, a place, person, country, or an action. Now the examples are book, a book, kitabun. Now, can you find does it not have a meaning on its own? It's a simple word, but it has a meaning on its own, right? And at the same time, it doesn't have any tense attached to it. There is, you cannot say kitabun as future tense or past tense or present tense. So it is a name of an book, a object. Okay, similarly, Muhammadun, name of a person. Bahrain, Omanu, and Al-Kuwaitu are name of countries. Name of a place is Makkatun, and then huwa, hiya, in the sense he, she, they, you, we, they are all pronouns. Pronouns also come under noun, and this standing is a verbal noun. It doesn't have any, don't get confused, it doesn't have any tense attached to it. Like I'm not saying it is stood or he's standing, it is just a standing, it is a verbal noun, it is just an action word. So this also comes under noun. Now the next the next word is the fi'lun, which is verb. Now this can be defined as an act with reference to past tense, present tense, or future tense. That is, it has tense attached to it. Examples are he did, fa'ala, he does or he is doing, yaf'alu, and he will do is sayaf'alu. That is, it is past tense, it is an action which is in the past, fa'ala. Yaf'alu, it's an action which is a future tense or in the present tense, and then he will do, sayaf'alu is a action which is in the future tense. Now the third one is the harfun, which is the particle. Now this can be in simple words, if you want to understand, it is like something like a preposition in English. So like for example, it is a word, as I told you, it is a word which has no meaning at all. Like for example, fi, in, who, if, when, these are all, when used alone, will not have any meaning at all. But when it is used in a sentence along with a noun or a verb, it will have a meaning. Okay, now before concluding it, I would like to summarize it in the words of the fourth Caliph of Islam, Ali ibn Abi Talib, as the sentence is made up of noun, verb, and particle, and the nouns are names of things, verbs provide information, and particles complete the meaning. Now, before moving on further, I would just like to give a simple example in the form of a sentence. Like, for example, Khalid went to the mosque. Now here, in order to understand, this is a sentence in English. And here, we will classify each word as a ismun, fi'lun, or harfun. Now, as I told you, Khalid is the name of a person. Now, name of a person, and it doesn't have any tense attached to it. So this can be classified as ismun, that is noun. Went is an action word, and it has tense attached to it, and it also has a meaning when it is alone. So this can be classified as fi'lun. To Tu is a word which doesn't have any meaning on its own. It cannot stand alone, but it adds more meaning to the sentence. Just imagine a sentence without tu. It doesn't make sense, right? We need this tu, which is called as harfun or a particle in English, in order to complete the sentence. And this word, the mosque, is again a ismun or a noun because it's the name of a building. So this is how it is. So this is how you'll understand the three different words, kalimatun, which is used to form the sentences, which is called as jumlatun. So here in this lesson, basically you learned 5 words, which is ismun, fi'lun, and harfun. Ismun, fi'lun, harfun, and kalimatun, jumlatun. That is, ismun is a noun, fi'lun is a verb, harfun is a particle, kalimatun are these 3 words together or separately are called as kalimatun. And when these 3 words together are used in a sentence, it forms jumlatun. Together or few of them. All of them can be used, or few of them can be used in order to form the sentences. And then further moving, a few examples are given in this PDF for ism and feel and harf. I'll just simply read out these examples. That is, for ism we have kitabun, qalamun, pen, then kursiyun, chair, baitun, house, madrasatun, school, masjidun, mosque, madinatun, city, jabalun, mountain, Muhammadun, name of a person, ismun again, Fatimatu, Isa, Maryamu, then Makkatu, name of a place, then Misr, name of a country, then Syria, again a country, and then Al-Saudiya, again a country, and Salatun. These Salatun, Sawmun, Hajjun, and Dhikrun, they are all nouns because they are action words and they don't have any tense attached to it. That is prayer, fasting, pilgrimage, and remembrance. Now the second kalimatun is feel, that is the verb. It is he wrote, kataba, he wrote, then yaktubu, he writes, dhahaba, he went, yadhabu, he goes, fa'ala, he did, yaf'alu, he does, shariba, he drank, yashrabu, he drinks, qara'a, he read, yaqra'u, he reads, akala, he ate, ya'kulu, he eats, dakala, he entered, yadkhulu, he enters, kharaja, he exited, yakhruju, he exits, nazala, he descended, and then yanzilu, he descends, qama, he stood, yaqumu, he stands. And then now we'll go on to the third kalima, which is harf. And as I told you, it is any word that doesn't have, when it stands alone, it doesn't have any meaning on its own. That is like in, from, to. Does these words have any meaning when it is used alone? No. But when they are the same words, when they are used in a sentence, they give meaning to the noun and the verb. Like examples are fi, in. You can find all these things a lot in Quran. Fi, min, ila, wa, and أو, or, ala, on or upon, baina, between, hatta, until, fawqa, above, tahta, below, ba'da, after, qabla, before, ma'a, with, in the, at, illa, except, li, for, rabba, perhaps, thumma, then, ka, like or as if, and then anna, that. So we have come to the end of lesson 1. So, Ustad, shall I just move on to lesson 2, or you just like to add?
Yeah, I think, of course, Ustad will remind them again and again that our system is like this, Ustad Muhammad, that they will study this in advance before the next class always. And after the class, they will go through the PDF file themselves, and also they will watch the YouTube video, and they will do their MCQ simultaneously, lesson by lesson, my dear brothers and sisters. Don't pile them up. So make sure that you are up to date, inshallah. Okay? You will study the PDF, you will watch the video, and then you will do the MCQ. Lesson 1, lesson 2, lesson 3, 4, 5, like that, inshallah. Yeah, Ustad Muhammad.
Yeah.
So
I think there's another lesson to go yet.
yes, please. Yeah.
Okay. Now we'll move on to the second lesson. Again, as I told you, these two lessons will be learning only the basic terminologies. And these terminologies are important, I would repeat, and you are just requested to memorize these words, these terms, because we'll be using these terms throughout our module. Okay, and again in second lesson, we'll be learning these common terminologies. Like as in English, we have masculine gender and feminine gender. Similarly, even in Arabic language, we have masculine gender and feminine gender. But the only difference is in English, we have masculine gender and feminine gender for living things, but in Arabic, for all non-living objects and living things, for everything we have masculine and feminine gender. And the masculine gender is called as muzakkar and feminine gender is called as muannas. It is called as muzakkar and the feminine gender is called as muannas. One tip to remember this word is muzakkar. In Asian subcontinent, we have male names as Zakir. So you can remember that way as Muzakkar. The other name is Muannas. Similarly, in English, as in English, we have for numbers, we have just singular and plural, right? But in Arabic, we have another addition to this, which is in the middle one, that is dual. That is singular, dual, and plural in Arabic. And this singular is called as mufrad, and the dual is called as musanna, and plural is called as jam'u. Singular is just for referred to only one person or one thing, whereas dual refers to two people or two things, and whereas plural, as in English, it refers to more than two. But in English, we have even for two or more than two as plural. But unlike English, in Arabic, we have jam'u, it is for more than two. But if there are two people or two persons or two objects, we call it as a dual or musanna in Arabic. And then as in English, even in Arabic, we have first person, second person, and third person. And the names used are, for the third person, it is called as Al-Ghaib, and the second person is called as Al-Hadir or Mukhatibun, and the first person is called as Mutakallim. Now the first person is here, it's me who is talking to you all. That is I, it is me, Mutakallim. Yeah, and I am talking to second person. That is you are all who are present here. That is you are all called as Hadir or Mukhatabun. And then the third person is someone who's not present in this gathering and whom we are not referring. That is someone who's absent, but we are talking about them. It is called as, they are called as Al-Ghaib. Okay, keeping all these things in mind, we will put all these words in a simple tabular column. Now just remember to memorize even this format of the tabular column into different columns and different rows, because again, in future lessons, we will be learning most of things in the form of this kind of a tabular column, where the first column is person, and then you have person. Under person, you have the division as singular, dual, and then plural. And then under person, we have the third person masculine as Al-Ghaib Muzakkar. It is called as Al-Ghaib. Al-Ghaib means it is third person and Muzakkar is masculine. So under Al-Ghaib Muzakkar, we have the singular, we have the dual, and then we have the plural. Under singular, it is him, his, it, and then dual, it is them or their, and again plural, it is translated as them or their. Again, third person itself is divided into masculine and feminine. So feminine is called as muannas, you all know. So it is called as third person al-ghaib, muannas. And even under al-ghaib, muannas, you have the singular, it is he, her or it. And then it is dual, them or their. And then again, it is plural, them or their. And then the second person, as I told you, you are the second person here. So it is called as al-hadir, Muzakkar and Muannas, masculine and feminine. Al-Hadir Muzakkar, under Al-Hadir Muzakkar, again you have the singular, which is you or your. Again, this is you or your dual, and again it is called as you or your in English. It is translated as so. And then in the second person, Al-Hadir Muannas, feminine, you have you, your, singular, dual, and plural. And the first person, that is mutakallim, that is it is me here in this conversation, it is me here, and which is called as mutakallim. I am called mutakallim. Al-mutakallim muzakkar and al-mutakallim muannas, that is masculine. Muzakkar is masculine, but in this conversation I am al-mutakallim muannas. Al-mutakallim muzakkar and al-mutakallim muannas. Under al-mutakallim also we have the singular, which is me or my, and then dual is called as us or our. Again, plural is also called as us or our. Then we'll move on to certain basic terminologies. Whatever we learned in the first lesson and second lesson, Ustad has put everything, all the terminologies in the form of in one page. So it is just a repetition with few additions. These terminologies are also important, so it is better to memorize it. Okay, as we learned the first person, second person, and third person. First person is called as mutakallim. Second person is called as al-hadir or muqatabun. And the third person is called as al-ghaib. And then you have the masculine and feminine gender. Masculine gender is called as muzakkar, zakir. Remember the word zakir.
Mudasim, hurry up and eat.
Zakir, and then feminine.
What's the date? What's the date?
Mu'annas. And then you have singular, dual, and plural numbers. Singular is called as mufrad, dual is called as musanna, and plural is called as jam'a. As I told you, we have different tense attached to a verb. And so these tenses are called as past tense is called as al-madi, present or future is called as mudari'u, and future tense is called as mustaqbil. Then verb is called as fi'l. And there are some imperative words, that is the commanding words. Now these are called as amru words, and then negation words are called as nahi, and then noun, as you all know, it's called as ism, and then sarf. Sarf is the study of a single word, that is a verbology in English, and that is called as in Arabic as sarf. And here we all together, we are learning nahu, that is the grammar. Nahu is the grammar of the Arabic, is called as Nahu, and it is the sentence construction. So it is called as Nahu. Then the letter at the start of Mudariu, we'll be learning that in future lessons. It is called as Alamatul Mudariu. And then there are certain words which are unchangeable, and they are referred to as Mabni in Arabic. Alhamdulillah, this is the end of the class.
Ustada. Ustada, can you hear me?
Yes, Ustad.
Can you explain what is the difference between, scroll up a bit. Oh, no, down, go down. Down, bit more. Right, bit more. Okay, good. Now, for the benefit of the students, al-mudari'u is present in future. Mustaqbilun, also future. In what points mustaqbilun becomes a future?
There are certain additions to the word, and that becomes a future tense. And Mudari'u words are both future, the present tense as well as future tense, but mostly it's used for the present tense. Addition of certain words before the verb makes it a future tense. That is, I will do in future is called as a future tense. It's mustaqbil.
Good. Right. So have you got any question for your students, or shall I take over?
No questions, Ustad, because it simply requires memorization of these terms. Yeah. And they just have to understand what is ismu, fi'l, and harf. They should be able to identify it in a sentence. Shouldn't get confused. That's it.
Right.
For now.
I have a question for all our new students. Can you raise your hand and tell me how many of you actually gone through lesson 1 and 2 before you come to class today? You raise your hand. Any more? Just 2? Okay, so just two people actually gone through lesson 1 and 2 before they come into the class. Now, here's an advice for you in the future. What we would like you to do, it's to go through the lesson, PDF lesson yourself, read it a couple of times, 3 times, until you understand what it means. Our teacher's job is to add more body to those lessons when she is teaching you. But you should be able to understand because they're self-explanatory lessons. So you should be able to understand what these lessons are and what they're saying. It's quite simple PDF copies. So my advice to you from next Saturday, before you come to the class, you read the PDF lessons and you also watch the short videos, which is on the website. And then you will be able to understand what this lesson means. And when you come to the class, we will teach you, we will go through these lessons. If you have any question, then you raise it and we will explain to you what they mean if you don't understand them. Then you will progress on this. Otherwise, if we are just doing the lessons and you've not read it, you didn't understand anything what we said, it's not very good. Not very good for you, not very good for us, because our aim is to make you understand these lessons. Okay, so who will do that for me? Can you raise your hand, please, again? Good. Brother Dennis, Sahir, Rais, mashallah. Any more? Shamima? Yes. Mariam? Mariam, Ainunnar, Hamidul Islam, Muhammad Anisul Islam, Naeem? No? Shalza, TJ? All of you, you should do that, please. This is for your benefit. Yeah. What we advise you, if you listen to us, you will improve yourself and you will find it easier to understand in the class. Otherwise, it's going to be like somebody's reading the PDF to you, you've heard, you've gone away, there's no actions. There's nothing, you have not achieved anything, really. Okay. We want you to study the PDF. We want you to listen to the YouTube video and understand it yourself. So when you come to the class, we're here to clarify what you understood and what you didn't understand. If you didn't understand something, you tell us what you didn't understand.
Exactly.
We will then tell you what it means. All right.
Ustad, I will just add something. Ustada Nilufa very clearly explained that these two lessons are mainly terminologies. You need to know this by heart on both the lessons. There is no alternative. It needs to be memorized. There will be some lessons within this module 1. They're all short, step by step, like a ladder. And you need to follow this style, this format. When our teachers say that it needs to be memorized, it has to be memorized. You have to memorize it. How would you do this, Ustad? Could you help them? How can they memorize? What are the memorization technique? How would they remember this, Ustad?
Yes. I would suggest that you read the PDF and you go through them, like I already suggested, and you make a note on your diary. You must have a diary, because without diary, without making note, you will not memorize anything. You have to write it, repeat it about 10 times, each word, and then it will come to you. And when it does come to you, you'll never forget. Trust me, you'll never forget. This is how we've done it. We've gone through the same procedure. We were a student once, like yourself. We didn't just learn it by not memorizing it. We had to, make that effort. Now, you see, the lessons is done today, but until Saturday, what are you going to do? Are you going to close the book and you think that all that is going to come to you? No, it's not. You immediately after the class, you need to go through these lessons, read it 3-4 times, make a note what you understood, also listening to the recording of today's class, right? Also listen to the short clip videos, right? And understand it. Once the iron is hot, you do it. If the irons got cold, then there's no point, because you're not going to start it. If you leave it for 2-3 days, you're not going to do it. Yeah. We've gone through this experience.
I will just add something, Ustad.
Yeah.
You said that they need to write it on their notebook. I would just add this to you. That you make notes, you write it down on paper. How many times? At least 3 times, 2 times. You have to write it. Then you have to say it loudly in a quiet room, loudly, once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. Spend 15 minutes, 20 minutes, job will be done. I can guarantee that to you. If you don't do that, you will not memorize it. So, as Ustad said, you have to write it down, and there will be many, many charts like this. This is not something that you can memorize. You can help you memorize in the class. Okay? You may ask for clarification, meaning, and we will test you as well. When you come next week, first 10 minutes would be like your question, your problems to solve. But you have to do the work. Okay? So I would just remind these tips to you. You actually got lesson 1 and 2 to revise, because it's already taught, shown. It has given you the guidance as well, that you got the PDF on the website, you got the YouTube video, watch it. They're short video, 5 minutes, 7 minutes. Just play it once, twice, 3 times. Believe me, this is how our students have been doing so well, because they are listening. So you have to watch the YouTube video and the PDF file and do the MCQ, because MCQ is going to help you clarify, because you can get mixed up with some meanings here and there. MCQ is going to get it clear for you in your head, in your mind. This is how you will progress here, and you will be very, very successful. So do you remember this? You will be saying it loudly for any memorization chart, and you will be writing it down number of times, and you'll be watching this short YouTube video. That's it. If you do that, no problem. And there will be interesting things coming up, and these important basic things has to be completely done. Now, any question?
Before they ask any question, Ustad, I'd just like to remind our students here, lesson 1 and lesson 2. On next Saturday, I'm going to test all of you. I want all of you to learn 5 words of lesson 1. Ism, fi'lun, harfun, kalimatun, jumlatun. Right? And on lesson 2, at least 10 terminologies. Right? I want you to memorize it before Saturday. I'm going to test you on that. All right? On next Saturday. So your task is to, immediately after the class is finished tonight, you revise them, you make a note, and like Ustad has said, close the door and loudly read those words. Ismun, fi'lun, harfun, jumlatun. And what does ismun refers to? Fi'lun and harfun, what do they refer to? And also the 18 terminology, at least 10 of them you must memorize. Okay? So this will be your homework until next Saturday.
Yeah.
Okay, Ustad, did you understand?
In this chapter, yeah, I'm sure they might have some question, which we should be able to help them as well. Regarding what has been taught, could you ask any question? If you need anything repeated, please.
Yeah, Hudaifa, Brother Hudaifi, you raised your hand. Have you got a question? And Sister Ainun Nahar, did you have any question? You raised your hand.
No, sorry, it was an accident.
Okay. Sister Ainun Nahar?
Okay.
Okay, both of you had your hand raised. Okay.
Brother Dennis here.
Yeah.
Any comment what you heard so far this evening? How did you find it? How did you find it? Yeah.
Alhamdulillah. No questions at this point. The class is really wonderful. I appreciate all of the teachers, the previous class members who are teaching the class. Their comments earlier were really touching. I appreciate everything the faculty is doing.
MashaAllah, MashaAllah. We'd like to hear from other students here as well. We have talked a lot. What did you like the best tonight, please? Sister Farzana, Sister Mariam, Sister Maria, I would like to hear from you. I would really appreciate if you just tell us, how did you feel? How do you feel today after this over an hour discussion? You heard about Al-Qur'an Institute, how we work, and we showed you some examples of some of our achievements, students' achievements. Tell us something, please. Would you like to be one of them? Inshallah.
Assalamu alaikum rahmatullah. Inshallah, looking forward to complete all the sessions, and yeah, next time inshallah we'll look to the PDF and then come back to make the maximum possible use of the sessions.
Inshallah.
And inshallah, I wish I'm able to understand Quran as I read through it and not simply recite it, inshallah.
Inshallah.
You will. If you give your time and effort, you will understand the Quran, inshallah.
Absolutely. Everybody does, inshallah. I'll give you a secret tip, Sister Farzana and everybody. The secret tip is our good students who have been successful, what they do, they revise after the class is taught, and then what they do, they will know. Today you will be told what lessons are going to be taught on next Saturday. So you have a look at that. When you do that, it will be so easy for you to follow. You would like to have more and more like that. So, secret tool. Not only the class which has been taught that you will be revising, you are also going to look at what are going to be taught. Ustad Muhammad, if you could tell them what will be taught in the next class, please. And I would like to ask more students, please. Farzana has spoken. Mariam, Sister Mariam, Sister Maria, Sister Musammat Rumena. Please, Sister Shiza. Okay, one more thing. My request would be, we have seen from our experience, those who speak out, those who do not feel shy to ask any question, they do well. They do extremely well. We are here. You see, wrong question, incorrect answer, we welcome that, because through that we have the opportunity to clarify things. If you don't speak out, if you have any confusion, not today, all the time in future, then it's going to be a problem for you in learning, inshallah. And you will see, we will let you speak, inshallah, inshallah, okay? And you'll see the change. Okay, Sister Mariam, Sister Maria, Sister Rumena. I would like to hear also from Sister Sahir, Brother Sahir, Dr. Sahir. Brother,
Yes.
welcome back.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
Yeah, if I take some time, I may talk like a half an hour about AQI, but I will keep it low. So, Assalamu alaikum, everybody. I was in module 1, the same class from the last session. So, before completing or finishing off, I will just start with the AQI first, then with the class and after. So AQI, I'm in UK, in Swansea, the Wales part of UK. So west of London. So me and my partner, wife, we both started like searching for a practical Quran class, like because our first language is not Arabic, and our first language is not English. So we have been in madrasa when the young ages was there, but after that it's been like academic years. Then we graduated and post graduation, so we left back about this grammar and everything about the Arabic actually. So we were just actively looking for some institute which we can have like a proper guidance and teaching, but we were struggling about like 1.5 years, and somehow my wife, she found out AQI from different sources, from some feedbacks as well. So we joined, both of us joined in the classes. And about the AQI, the good thing is that everything is practical, everything is crystal clear, and they have just like a WHO ladder for the pain in our perspective. This have a stepwise, ladder-wise pattern to get in the summit. So that's what I like in AQA, because we start from the baby steps. We set foot in the river, then we slowly swim to the sea. That's the beauty of it. So the early baby steps is very important. The basic grammar, basic things with the first and second lessons Ustada Nilufer taught, because Ustada was in my batch when me and wife joined. So what happened was like we got some busy personal schedules for wife, for exams and this stuffs, some application processes. So we got busy in between. So, but somehow we were trying hard to get on top of it, but we couldn't. So we fell back. So the two things we can do was like rejoin the class or just omit it. But we were strong enough to get back to that, mashallah, or somehow we just get into the track again. We are joining back, but wife exam is not done yet. She'll be busy throughout October and November as well. But what I thought was I will join back. So I joined back today in the same module I started like last session. But take from me, it will be beautiful. It will be the best class ever here. That's why I joined again the same class, same ustad, and everything. The AQA is the best, what I can say. Second thing about the classes and thing, they have the module, the PDFs, the videos, everything is crystal clear. If we have a bit of motivation, self-motivation, everything will be okay. Only thing is that we want to spare some, like Ustad said, like a 15 or 20 minutes every day, or like every week, or like a 1 hour in a week. That's more than enough. So if we have that time, this will be the best module. I'm talking to the new students. Okay, this will be the best module. You can have that. And third thing, regarding me and my wife, we are sticking back to the thing. We are just starting to do the PDFs and the MCQs and stuff. We are starting from the day one, like before, so that we will just get more gripper in the journey. And the best part of the class is the last 10 minutes from the ustad, who will add upon from the Quran. That's the best thing, because after the proper class, that not today, the coming days, there will be a last 10 minutes from the principal. So that is the best 10 minutes of the class. Don't miss it and take it to the home, wherever you are. So that will be the best part of the class and AQI. That's why I said I will take more than half an hour if I want to talk to this. So I'm just concluding it in 10 or like 2 or 3 minutes. So I have more and more to say, but somehow, luckily, with the duas of my family and thing, I am back to the track again from day zero. I will be sitting like a student of day one. I won't overhead. I won't get overwhelmed. I will be just like us, like last session, taking the baby steps again. I don't want to jump through the baby steps. I know because most of the students will be taking baby steps. So it will be a hindrance if we like jump and say like, so I'll be just like a baby sitting again in the same class. So that's the beauty of the class. I will enjoy. And inshallah, wife will join after November 20th, like last week, because she's busy with some stuff. So I am babysitting and I am doing the other chores and stuff as well. So yeah, inshallah, let's see.
Very, very, very inspirational comments you made, mashallah.
Thank you.
I think it is something everybody should be listening. You are two both busy doctors, professionals. Alhamdulillah, you have shown your dedication, your thirst to seek Allah's pleasure by learning this language and understand Quran. That is something, it's very, very inspirational. May Allah bless you and your family. Subhanallah.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Jazakallah.
Very well said, brother. Okay, mashallah. Anybody else? Can we hear your voice, please?
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam. Maria. Yes.
Yeah, I'm really excited to start learning and actually being able to understand the Quran. I'm also a bit nervous, but mostly excited. And I'm so grateful that Allah guided me to this course, and hopefully I can make the most of it.
Inshallah. 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 You heard from people, those teachers you have seen, they were nervous. There was one person, it was almost like, no way I can be. But you see, this is a team here, alhamdulillah. We'll make sure that you get out of your comfort zone, your nervousness, and you start learning it, enjoy it, and you start speaking as well, inshallah, in this course. So don't stay quiet in the class, please. Okay? Inshallah,
Okay.
do never miss the class. Try your best, please, and get engaged. Engage in the class. Be a part of it. That's how we learn. That's how we teach, inshallah. Ustad, I think it's almost finished. If we could stay behind the teachers.
Yeah. Before I conclude,
conclude, Ustad, yeah.
Before I conclude, I'd like to say to our students, Saturday lessons will be lesson 3, which is noun, and number 4 would be a verb, which is fi'lun, and number 5 would be preposition, which is harfun. So the 3 kalima that you've learned today, noun, fi'l, which is verb, and preposition, they will be explained in full details in next 3 lessons. Now, I want all of you to look at the PDF before Saturday, and also look at the YouTube video, please, and go over it a few times. And our Ustad Awashu will go through 3 lessons on Saturday. And if you have any questions, you can ask us on Saturday. And also what I said about lesson 1 and 2, I will be out testing you on a few things, which you may have to revise it, please. And do your MCQ before the next lesson is due, so you are on top of it. Yes. Don't let it wait, because you accumulate and you pile up, you'll never do it. And then it's going to become so boring and so much to do, you will not have time. Trust me, like Dr. Sahir was explaining, the everyday 10-15 minutes is better than you accumulate it and you're spending 2-3 hours in a 1 month. You're not going to do it, right? So trust me. So this is the easy way of doing it. And if you have any questions about the lesson that you've just gone through, lesson 1 and 2, you let us know what you're struggling with to understand.
In the WhatsApp group, yeah.
Yeah, WhatsApp group. You let us know what you're struggling to understand, or what you didn't understand, what is confusing you, and I'll come back to you with an answer, inshallah. Okay? With this, I like to say, Barakallahu fikum. Thank you very much for taking part, and regular attendance is welcome from you, inshallah. With this, I conclude the lessons today. Subhanaka Allahumma bihamdik. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta. Astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.